if you're a parent in America today, you are well versed and acquainted with the epidemic of screen zombies that are multiplying the nation over. The epidemic of whiny, broody teenagers and preteens wandering around their house in their boxers and nothing else, tapping away on their phone while they have frosted flakes dribbling down their chin, while they juggle an iPad on their hip and watch YouTube videos on the flat panel screen in front of them. Screen zombies are a real challenge for anyone really between, I think, the age of 4 and probably 18, but it probably balloons up to even 40s, 50s nowadays when you go to a restaurant and you see everybody, save maybe 85-year-old Grandma Freda, tapping away on some sort of screened device. This is a bad epidemic. It is sweeping the nation. And frankly, in our household this summer, we said enough is enough. We are not going to have a summer full of broody, emotional teenagers whining about the smallest thing that they're asked to do that doesn't involve some sort of smartphone or tablet. 5 things that I'm going to outline today, which will resuscitate some life back into those hollowed out, bloodshot, ghastly eyes that you witness in your children when they've stared at their screen for far too long, doing who knows what. Number 1, I'm going to go old-fashioned here. Starts with a C. Chores. Mix in some chores, people. We have done this and put a special emphasis on it this summer to do chores. What happened to the days even a generation ago when I was growing up where you had to sweep and take out the trash, do laundry, clean windows, mow the lawn? We didn't have grass, but sweep the dirt, wash the car, all kinds of things that our parents used to put us in charge of to go do, and then get paid 25 cents for every week. And then we'd beg for a weekly allowance increase to $1 or $2. And I was always jealous of my sister because she was the oldest, so she always got more because of her age. Where have the chores gone? I look around with our friends, with acquaintances. Several of them hire those chores out, or the parents do them themselves. So, if you want to see some life come back into the eyes of your children this summer, institute some daily chores. For our kids, we have them do dishes, we have them do their own laundry, we have them mow and edge the lawn, we have them wash the dog, we'll have them clean out the van. There's a whole laundry list of chores that you can assign to your children to teach them to break away from their screen and begin to value the virtue of hard work and diligence and a job well done. So that's number 1, chores. Number 2, books. Another old school one. Turn off the tablets, break out some books. We had been going to the library for this, but too often our kids would misplace the books and then we'd get late fees. So what we've been doing is we've mixed that up a little bit. We actually go to a local thrift store and we have them pick out a couple books every week. And for 60 cents, 25 cents, $1 at the most, you can get a nice library of summer book reading going on for your children. It's a very cheap way to do it. You don't have to worry about the late fees and those sorts of things that might be associated with a library. So chores, then books. 3rd, sports. This is the advice of my 87-year-old neighbor, Ed, rest in peace. Before he passed away, he had raised 4 children in the same house since 1952. And he told me one day when he saw our 3 boys out running around, he said, you know, son, my secret to raising 4 boys? And I said, yeah, tell me, I'm all ears. He said, keep them so busy that they don't have time to get into trouble. And I took that to heart, and I grew up athletic, so sports is a given for me, but I took that to heart, and our boys and our daughter have been very engaged in sports. Our rule of thumb there is pick one that you think you'd be interested in and then commit to it for the season. So they've done everything from baseball and soccer and flag football and now basketball. Our daughter has done swimming and tap dancing and ballet, and now all 4 of them are really focusing in on basketball. Probably has something to do with the fact that I'm 6'7" and my wife is nearly 6 feet, and we create monster children together. In fact, my 15-year-old is 6'7.5" in size 16 shoes right now. He's kind of scaring me. But sports, get your kids involved. They will learn how to get out on the field, how to interact with other kids. The physical exercise wears them down, which is good. And they hopefully, if they have a good coach, will learn some valuable lessons about teamwork and competing and dealing with disappointment and all of those things. Even volunteer. I volunteer to coach my kids' teams at the Y. I get a little whistle, and it's fun to run a practice and do drills and help the kids focus and do some things that they enjoy. Fourth thing, old school again probably, church. Get them involved in a church. Attend worship together as a family on Sunday. Have them get involved with a youth group. Have them attend with you maybe the homeless dinner that your church may be hosting throughout the week. Lots of different things you can do through being involved in a church, which will give your kids something much more meaningful than just seeing the latest Snapchat story or the latest gag joke on Instagram or the latest meme or or whatever you want to call them. Fifth, and finally, time. I know we're all pressed for time in this ultra busy society, but carve out 30 minutes here, 45 minutes there, an hour there, 15 minutes in the morning to spend time with your kids. I'm not saying that you have to quit your job and spend every waking second with them, but engage them, make eye contact with them. I'm amazed at when we demand the electronics are turned off and we converse or we read to the children or we hang out. It takes a few minutes to reestablish eye contact. Everybody's so used to just the abyss, staring into the abyss of nothing with the blue light resonating back at them, that it takes a little while to reestablish that eye contact, that personal connection that humans share. That even we can't really even share through a camera lens right now, even though I'm making an effort to not look away from it. There's something about face-to-face human interaction and time spent with those that you love, which is so valuable, and it's such a privilege and so unique to being human. So if your kids are currently embodying tech zombies, screen zombies, begin to do these 5 things: chores, books, sports, church, time. And I think you will begin to see, as we have, some life and energy injected back into their lives. And the cool thing about it that we've noticed this summer is when we do have these screen fasts, or whatever you're going to call them, the creativity in kids naturally comes out. They'll get together and we'll notice that they're building forts, or they're trying to build a tree house, or they're playing Nerf Wars, or they've come up with some Hot Wheel racing game, or they're doing some silly thing with the dog, or they've come up with some competition in the putting green in the backyard. There's all kinds of things that you begin to see that just sort of naturally arise out of kids' creativity when you take away the external stimulant of the screen. So I hope that this encourages you to put some boundaries on your kids' electronic usage. And I hope that as you do that, you'll begin to see some of these positive things that result from taking the lead as a parent and insisting, hey, there are better things in life than wasting your day constantly in front of some LCD screen, some smartphone, some Xbox game. There are better things in life that are to be experienced if you step away from the screen and live as a human being in this world. As always, thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe as you see best fit. Feel free to share with a friend if you think this would be an encouragement to them. And have a great day.